What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. We're back at the state-of-the-art Wiregrass Ranch Sports Complex facility, and today we're going to be doing some shooting. I brought a bag of, I think I got 5 balls in there, 5 or 6. So I'm going to move the goal, set up the rebounder again, and then take some shots. And yeah, that's going to be the session. Today's ball of choice is going to be the Nike Strike mid-tier ball, $40 a pop. And then of course got the Nike Ortem. So I've got the tools, I've got the necessary proper equipment, I've got a nice goal, got a decent pitch. No reason why I shouldn't be able to have a solid session. You can see in the distance 2 kids over there about to train as well. Imagine being just a football pitch away from Noah Leo YT and just not even knowing that right across from you, Noah Leo YT is about to get in a session. One day, people will recognize me like that.
One look, the heat is rising, and I've been cold for so long. One touch and we're igniting, setting fire.
All right, so I've just set up 6 balls right here, line there, it goes on. I'm just gonna hit 6 shots with the right, 6 shots with the left, and then move on to the next distance. Just focusing on clean contact, and I've skipped the warm-up. We're on a bit of a time crunch today, so hopefully nothing bad happens. I don't want to get hurt. After that first round of shots on the right and left, I'm feeling a little tight in like my hip area on the right side, and then my left knee's kind of bugging me a bit. It's probably just because I trained yesterday and I haven't really put my body like through that sort of work in a while, so it wasn't even that hard. But after not playing for months, I guess your body just kind of gets used to being lazy.
Don't think I wanna stop it now, 'cause baby, our love is gonna burn it down. Burn it down.
Every now and then I'll get like players messaging me on Instagram, telling me a little bit about their story and about how they want to play college, and they're always asking me like what's the best way to do that and if ID camps are worth it. That's a big question. That's something that I wondered before I went to ID camps, because the way ID camps work is you pay an upfront price, and you basically, it's usually around like $200 or something for the day, or 2 days sometimes, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a chance to get on the coach's radar, along with a bunch of other players from around the area or out of state. You all come together and you basically play. The coach puts you through a session or 2. You do drills, you play games, and you basically try to make a name for yourself that way. And a lot of people wonder if that's like an actual effective way to put yourself on a college roster, to get yourself an opportunity to play, or if it is just a cash cow, if it's a way for coaches to make money to put towards their program, towards new gear, fees, everything like that. And so because each camp, these coaches will walk away with a lot of money from the players, and 95% of players are going to walk away empty-handed. They're not going to get an offer. So is it actually worth it? In my opinion, I think ID camps are 100% worth it. I think if it's within your budget, if you have the money to spend, go to an ID camp, because not everybody has that opportunity or the exposure, depending on what team they play on, to have a coach come and watch them or already be on a coach's radar. Not everybody can play ECNL or DA, which are great programs. They kind of give you more exposure than playing just on a regular club team. And so for me, who was just on a regular club team, going to ID camps was the best way for me to play right in front of the coach and have the coach watch. Because in my experience, I've invited coaches to games before, and 9 times out of 10, they're not going to show up. They're not going to show up to your game. I've had a couple coaches come to certain games and watch, and even before I signed with St. Leo, I was looking at a school in Alabama who had come to a tournament in Florida, and after the games and stuff, we were talking, we stayed in contact, so that went really well. But the school I ended up at, I went to an ID camp. So if you go to an ID camp and you perform, you've got a solid chance of walking away with something, or at least a little bit of interest. My biggest advice for those going to ID camps is, if you get done with the ID camp and you go home and you don't talk to the coach afterwards, you don't reach out after the camp, you're not going to hear anything. I mean, the amount of players that want to play college and the amount of spots that coaches have, the amount of spots is a lot smaller than all the players that want to get in. So after a camp, if you feel like you've done good, go up, talk to the coach, introduce yourself. I mean, be direct, like ask if they see you fitting into the program, or what their interest level is like with you, or how they feel after the camp. And a lot of times they're going to give you a vague answer. They're going to either tell you, yeah, I'd like to keep in contact, you know, you did really well, let's see where it goes from here, maybe attend another camp. And a lot of times they're going to get you to keep showing up to camps. I mean, it happened to me before. Show up to 2-3 camps, and at the end of the day, their interest has just gone down. Like they're not really interested in bringing you in. They just kind of strung you along. And so that's something you have to watch out for. But at the end of the day, the right school is gonna pick you. The right school is gonna work out. And with St. Leo, I went to 2 ID camps, and after the second one, they gave me the offer right on the spot, right after the camp. If I went home, maybe I wouldn't have heard anything. Maybe I would have gotten an email or a call. I don't know. But after the camp, I stuck around. I asked the coach. I was like, "Where do you see it going from here?" I mean, it's the second camp. I've showed up twice. You guys have seen my highlight video. Pretty much all I can do to showcase my talent. You guys have pretty much seen everything you're gonna see. So where do you see it going from here? And his words were, "We'd like to offer you a spot on the team." That's how that went. So ID camps, 100% worth it if you have the money to spend. If you don't have the money to spend, I'd look to get the money to spend, because it's going to be your best bet. It's hard to get these coaches to watch you. There's not many teams. There's a lot of players. It's hard to get a coach's attention. So that's my 2 cents on that, on whether or not ID camps are worth it. I mean, I'm a product of an ID camp. That's how I got recruited. That's how I got to play college soccer for the short time that I was at St. Leo. So yeah, that's what I got to say about ID camps. Oh my days. That was a solid round. I don't know how I'm breathing so hard after just shooting. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yikes. At the end of the camp, the coaches are gonna tell you like, "Oh, we'll be in contact with you if we're interested," and stuff like that. Don't believe that. Like, that's how they get you to go home, because they don't really want to talk to everyone. So you cannot be afraid to talk to them. I know I said it, but that is the most important thing. You got to go up to them. You got to have a conversation with them. You got to get to know them. You got to be direct, because the worst they're going to say is no. And a lot of players don't want to hear that. They don't want to go up and hear the coach turn them down. But I mean, it's happened to me before. Like, I've had coaches tell me, you know, "We don't really see you fitting into the program, so no." Like, but at that point I knew it was a no. So now I can put my focus towards another school, because you got to have like that abundance mindset when it comes to these things, because a lot of most schools are going to reject you, especially if you're trying to play at a high level. Like if you go lower level, you're going to get more yeses, yeah. But if you're trying to play at a high level, one of them is going to turn into a yes. So my point is just don't be afraid to talk to them. Don't be afraid for them to say no, because a lot of them are going to tell you no. The sooner you get over that, the better it's going to be, and the sooner you can move on to something that is interested in you, to a school that wants you to be there. So yeah, let's continue the session. All right, I'm putting my left on full display for y'all. No shame, no judgment. It's a judgment-free zone, and we're shooting with our left foot here. Oh my days, oh my days, oh my days. You're kidding me, you're kidding me, you're absolutely joking. My ride is here, session's cut short, gotten some decent shooting. To be fair, my legs are hurting. They feel tight, they're tired. So probably a good thing anyway if I shot anymore. Might pull a hammy or something, might tweak something. So yeah, I'm gonna pack up. That rebounder, it's such a shame. That thing was like, I got it for Christmas a while, like years ago. But I think it finally bit the dust. Just doesn't hold the same tension it used to on the net. I'm definitely going to the gym tonight. I might take y'all along. So yeah, that's probably where I'll see you guys next. So all right, so I'm back home. I'm just editing the thumbnail for the previous video that I filmed yesterday. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you guys check that out. I go into detail about why I left St. Leo. So pretty interesting topic. But once I finish this, I'm gonna head to the gym. So I will take y'all along with me. Alrighty guys, that's the end of the video. Appreciate y'all tuning in once again. If you guys want to see more content, drop a like on the video. And besides that, I will catch y'all in the next one.
Drop the top inside the coupe, look at the view, yeah. 12-inch records on my wall, it's nothing new, yeah. Rolling with my team, that's by the queen, yeah. What would it be, yeah. Got to a bitch that and I don't listen to